Okay, match 2, game 3. We were a bit disappointed to lose the last one. It doesn't seem like he's got very many good cards. I feel like our deck's much better than his. The only way he will win is to mill us, but that's how a bunch of mill decks go, I guess, because they're not trying to play the normal game. We boarded in more cards. We're up to 48, not quite 80. Like we have a couple of like Ridge something Wolf, the 1/2. You can pump it up. And played the Night Revelers, the Rotting Fin Snake, the other Traitor's Blood. Basically just put in a bunch of stuff. I did like 3 extra land as well. Don't really know how the math works, but we put in 2 extra swamps, a mountain or something. And we are actually quite aware of this time. I'm not very good at chatting on Skype and talking to someone. Like normally we share the screen and we discuss plays, and it's quite fun to watch someone else draft. We're down by about 6 minutes. Not the usual, usually quite close. I take a bit of extra time. I tend to F6 through things or try not to, because I usually F6 through my entire phases, miss land drops, miss effects, lose games, get angry, throw laptop, that sort of thing. Don't really want to do that. So we end up with less time, but it's not really good for stuff like this. I've quite enjoying this, never done this before, the whole commentary thing. If we ever do any live commentary, I imagine I may get timed out in some stuff. Probably do for drafts, not really play constructed, but anyway, we keep on one lander. It's a bit sketchy in some ways, but we can basically cast off one land. We can basically cast all of our cards except for one, and one of them gets us more. It's a really good hand if we have in our land. Like if you just take off any other one card, make it any land, and it's snap keep, I think. But one land. We'll see how it goes. It's also kind of bad because there's not that many more lands because we thickened up the deck by 8, only 5 are land. Plays a good Colour's Bell on turn 1 again. I don't remember him doing that, but that's quite annoying. We also missed a land, and there's one of our Ridge Wolves. That's what it's called. We have 2 of them. This guy's gonna suck, but mills and blasters. We didn't want that. Gets rid of one of his lands, and we did it. We slayed for 1, and we decide to play the Walking Corpse because it's got more power. The other guys aren't so relevant. Getting this guy Morbid enabled 1 turn earlier is not a problem, not a big deal, because we're not going to get someone killed. He just cycles a thing twice and starts milling us for some more. His Occultist is going to stop us, like sort of attacking for a while, but it doesn't stop us slaying with the Typhoid Rats. I end up, what did I do here? I think I Alter Street, that was it. I'm not going to lose a bit of value out of him. I'm not going to get there by doing 1 each turn, I don't think. Maybe I would have, who knows actually. I didn't do that anyway, so it was an Alter Sweep, trying to draw that extra land, and we do get there. He goes to Colour's Bell, makes us discard that island. We do get the, not island, mountain. We do get some cards, which are not irrelevant. And here's an interesting part that I make a mention of. He Forbidden Alchemies, was that end of turn? Oh, let's see what it says here. Activates, turn 4, he plays Forbidden Alchemy, activates Colour's Bell afterwards, and discards a bunch of cards. So he gets rid of the Lost and Missed, which we didn't see. Keep in mind, we did not see this in game 1, even with like his deck completely milled. He had, how many cards? 5 cards left in hand. So one of his 5 cards was this, and we're going to see another one of them at some point during this game, I think, which is quite interesting. But yeah, so he Forbidden Alchemies, this is Chapel's Guy's island, does not play another land. He may or may not play another land this game. We top deck one of these, good times. What did we decide on? Just a threat, gets bounced. I don't mind trading them so much. Night Revelers here is actually good. I do like him better than Pitchburn Devils sometimes, because of like decks where like he does have haste. Like if he does have haste, he's usually pretty beastly. He just gets in. You put enough pressure on them, like you sway the combat math, the clocks. Sometimes they like to. When I'm playing white decks, I like to attack aggressively at times when you have Moment of Heroism as well, because they think that they're running a race. You moment, you get 2 damage extra on them, you gain 2 extra plus whatever your guy was, and it just swing. It's such a big swing. We just decide to play the Juggernaut again, I think here. Yeah, we do. And he taps that, so I'm thinking he's going to counter it, but does not. Also quite happy to see the other Colour Bell go. Very happy. We draw we draw the mountain, so like we're gonna slay him definitely here. But because he doesn't have the other bill, I don't think we're gonna get decked at all. And the thing is, he's actually stuck on land as well. Did not notice this. He is stopping all my guys. Night Rattlers, they get in for his 4. I will be able to gain some life on him if it's ever relevant off this guy, which kind of more but enables him to. But whilst I'm drawing all these 5-drops, I'm just going to just fire them out. Fire, yay. He's basically like a very expensive lightning bolt, and sensory deprivation makes him exactly that. So he's countered all of them with all these enchantments, and I'm just going to say I'm going to keep playing them. He's still not drawn any land. He probably should have kept the other one. Maybe it'll give him more options to do. Like, I don't know if he's like not able to like cast spells because like they're either double color or they're cost 4, or because he needs to hold up other things. Pilgrim, like Priest, is actually not great for him too, because that ties up his mana if he's going to stop anyone. I mean, he's done this to stop them semi-permanently, but with the Pitchburn Devils out, he's not really got he's only got one target for it. I don't actually know what I'm saying, but yeah, we'll play this guy. He can start sacking off this guy. I've got a lightning bolt for 1, and we decided to steal him, like to make sure that like the clock is still there. He's not close to decking me. I'm quite close to killing him actually, but I may as well still, you know, there's no reason to let up on that. Let him get back into the game. My hand's still quite good. He decides to block, which I don't really understand. He should at least like let me sacrifice him. And he was only going to take 1 damage. But, his point of view might be different from mine. I'm kind of ignoring life. I'm just trying to do as much damage, however, and he's just trying to not die. So this guy gets lightning bolt. My Juggernaut untaps for what it's worth. This guy's just gonna die. And this was basically the game. He dies, I slay him. He goes down to 4, and this is not actually what happened exactly. I mean, he's on 4. I can do 3 with this guy straight away. I'm just waiting for him to play any of his 7 cards. We're talking about what potential outs he had. I mean, I was afraid of not sensory deprivation. Is it sensory deprivation? Not this card, the other one, Frightful Delusions. Yeah. I think I said that before during the commentary, but Frightful Delusions, like I was afraid of a couple times every time he tapped the Ghoul Caller's Bell. But yeah, I could have put him to 1. Don't know what he had to get out of this. Divine Reckoning doesn't really do it unless I misclick and keep one of these guys. But he basically stalled. He had about 10 minutes left and did nothing for like 9 of them. He's probably quite annoyed to have like lost this game. But you know, he should have probably taken his land in. I mean, what did he take afterwards? Pilgrim, the Range Assistance, or Cultist, one of his enchantments. I mean, like you saw that I had ways to like get rid of guys' enchantments, so I don't know really. But he ended up losing that. The first game was a bit of a rough beat for him because we're playing against an 80-card deck, but my deck's much better as well. He's only got 3 threats that can actually damage me. I've got more than enough ways to kill things, and I do have damage output as well as some combos. But yeah, that guy was a deck because he wasted 8 minutes of our life. When I think made a cup of tea at the point, even though we only had 3 minutes left. But you know, these things happen. So we're off to the final. Ecstatic about that because we did not submit. Had to mize a game 1 win and give 1 up. So let's see what we do in the next one. Cheers.